Hey everyone, it's episode 16 of the podcast, and it's a shorter, just the tip episode this week. I'm going to be talking about the difference between order discounts and volume pricing on eBay, because this is a question that's come up in a Facebook group that I'm in, and it triggered something for me because it was a question I had had a long time ago that I never addressed myself, was what is the actual difference between an order discount and volume pricing when it comes to promotions on eBay, and how do they show up on the listing? So we're going to be experimenting with that today, and I'm screenshotting my laptop to do this experiment. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple or on another podcatcher, I'm going to try and explain verbally really clearly what I'm doing, but you're going to get more out of it if you go to the Business of Reselling by Storage Warrior YouTube channel and watch it there. So do your best to get to YouTube for this one if you can. So this one kind of relates to episode 15 last week, where I spent a whole episode talking about consumer behavior trends for the holiday season and the types of things that you could be doing from a marketing perspective to try and get the most out of a busy holiday selling season. So we're going to look at order discounts and volume pricing. So if you're on your Seller Hub in eBay, you want to go to the marketing tab and click on promotions. And on the right hand side, you have that blue button, and this is on a PC, by the way. You have a drop down menu that appears when you click create a promotion, and you have a few different options here. One of the options is an order discount, and the other one is volume pricing. So we're going to look first at order discount, and I'm going to launch an order discount promotion, and we're going to see what that looks like when it's live, and we're going to compare it to volume pricing. So when you click order discount, you get a bunch of different options of the types of offers you can do. So there's like spending offers where it's like you get $10 off if you spend this much, or a certain percentage off if you spend this much. There's quantity discounts you can do, like an extra $10 or 10% off 3 or more items. And you can also do like BOGO, buy one get one free, and other types of markdowns. So you have lots of options here. The one that's most similar to volume pricing is under quantity, and that's where you would give, like, say, an extra, we'll do 10% off if somebody buys 3 or more items. And you can choose the percentage, you can choose how many items they have to buy. So you have quite a few options here in the order discount section. So I'm going to choose get an extra 10% off when you choose 3 or more items. And then I'm going to click on select items, and I get the options to select specific items in my store or create a rule that includes everything in a category. I'm going to stick with select items because I just want to pick a handful of listings for this experiment. And I'm going to sort by die-cast cars. That's one of my store categories, so I'm just going to choose that one. And I'm just going to pick the first 200 items in the list. So that's what I'll do there. Confirm these selections. Then I click save and review, and just before launch, I can name my offer. So I'm just going to do that quickly and just call it test. I'm going to start it right now because I'm going to delete it right away, and I'm just going to call it test in the offer description because it doesn't matter. Nobody will see it. So I'm going to launch that, and that is now ready to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my marketing. Only this time, I'm going to choose the other option in the list, which is volume pricing. So I'm going to choose volume pricing. And in volume pricing, you only have really one option. So it's like buy one item and you don't get a discount. Then if you buy 2 or more, you can save a certain percentage. Buy 3 or more or 4 or more, and you can save a different percentage, and you have control over the percentage that you pick. So I'm actually going to do that. And I'm just going to leave the default discounts where they're at because this is just a test. In this window, I need to click on add inventory. It's actually a link that's a little bit hard to see, and sometimes I miss it when I'm setting up these offers, but it's there. I click add inventory, and I'm brought to that same screen where I can either select up to 500 items or create rules. So just like under order discounts, I'm going to select items. And once again, I'm going to choose the same store category, which is die-cast cars. And I'm going to choose 200 different listings than I just chose for the order discount option. So I will just click those, and just like the first type of promotion, I click continue, then I click on save and review, and then I will click on launch. Okay, so now both of my promotions are launched. Let's give them a second to become active, and we'll take a look at how they appear on my listings. Okay, so now my promotions are all live, and we're going to look at the difference. So on this one, this listing is part of the order discounts promotion that I launched. And it was buy or get 10% off when you purchase 3 or more items. And if you remember, I took 200 die cast listings and I put them into this promotion. And when you look at the listing, there's like a little red tag above the photo. Again, this is on PC, and it says extra 10% off 3+ items. See all eligible items and terms, and somebody can click that and they can see all of the die-cast car listings that I've included as part of the promotion. So that's order discounts. Now, if we look over to the volume pricing listing promotion that I created, and I put 200 other die-cast car listings into that volume pricing promotion, nothing shows up on my listing. You don't see anything different. You can't tell that I'm running a volume pricing promotion. And I think, and we're going to test this in a minute, but I'm pretty sure that that's because volume pricing is geared towards people who are selling the same item in quantity. So if you have like 5 of the same t-shirt, and then it will show up on your listing if people purchase more from that same listing. I think that's what it refers to. So I'm going to test that again, and we'll see if I'm right. I'm back here on my marketing summary page. I'm going to create a new promotion, and it's going to be a volume pricing promotion. And I'm going to choose an item from my listings that I know I have a lot of. And it happens to be a specific type of patch. So I'm going to choose it and put it into this promotion. And let's see if the volume pricing shows up the way that I expect it to. So I did a volume pricing discount on this patch that I have a whole bunch of, and I'm actually going to leave it because it annoys me that I have this item in my shop at all. It's only listed at $12.99, and I think we even have free shipping on it, which is so we would just send it letter mail. I don't like having these kinds of listings in my store, so I'm going to leave this promotion on and see if I can sell a few of them this way. So I did volume pricing for this, which is up to 20% when you buy more, and if you're looking at my screen here, you can see that the boxes appear that show that volume pricing. So I was exactly right. Volume pricing promotions are for when you have multiple quantities of the same item available. Order discounts are for your one-of-a-kind items where you can put multiple listings into the promotion. So if you are a vintage, one-of-a-kind, collectibles seller like myself, volume pricing is probably not the way you want to go with your promotions. You want to be doing order discounts. So that's the experiment. Now, I've actually turned off my order discounts for my Black Friday promotions. And that's because I'm giving deep discounts on a lot. Well, pretty much everything in the store is going to have a good, solid discount on it. And so I don't want people to combine those discounts by like getting something that's 40% off on sale, bundling it, and then getting an additional 10% or 20% discount. I don't want that. So I've actually turned those off. But if you're not doing those deeply discounted markdown sales like we are for Black Friday, and you just want to try like a smaller promotion that encourages bulk buys and encourages people to add several of your listings to their cart, and then check out that way, that this is the type of promotion that could do very well for you on the Black Friday weekend. So it would just encourage people to buy a higher volume of stuff. So that's the video, and that's the experiment I wanted to do today. So again, if you were listening on Spotify or Apple, you would have probably missed some of what I was showing here. So make sure that you go onto the YouTube channel, find us, the Business of Reselling podcast by Storage Warrior. I actually have a YouTube handle, which was they just rolled out YouTube handles, and I'm supposed to be youtube.com/storage warrior podcast, but like it doesn't work yet. So you still have to search for it in the search bar if you want to find us that way. Subscribe on YouTube. Let me know what kind of promotions you're going to try for Black Friday. Leave a comment and let's talk it out and let's find out what is going to work the best for everybody. I'll be back next week with a full audio episode. I'm not exactly sure what the topic is going to be yet, but it'll be fun as always. And I'm also going to introduce you to my absolute favorite nonprofit called the Binners Project and tell you all about them and some of the work that they're doing. So we'll see you next week.